So, good evening all. Let's start the today topic. Yesterday we have already covered so many things about the GST. This is all about the GST. I have talked about what is GST. So we'll just rush the topic. Whatever yesterday I covered. ठीक ଅଛି? जहाँ जहाँ मैं पढ़ेছি we'll again rush up and we'll just basic of GST. Okay. So basic will start about the GST. GST काहे की लागे? Why GST is applicable? Region of imposition of taxation. So GST जानिबा अगर you should why tax should be imposed. Okay. So yesterday we have discussing about all the fact why taxes should be imposed. So what are the different reasons taxes should be imposed? Who? Anyone can say? First, anyone can say what is taxation? What is tax? It is compulsory levy of tax on whom? Very close. Good. What is tax?
It is the amount paid by the people to the
Mm-hmm.
government, which is used by government to provide public services.
A compulsory contribution to the state revenue by government on persons, or you can say citizen, on income or business for which it is used for the benefit of society. Am I right? So it is a compulsory right. किए चाहे या न चाहो, but they have to pay tax. Am I right? Am I right or wrong? और मु चाहिए कौन टैक्स देबी कि I have to pay tax. Whether anybody interested or not interested, it is not matter. जदि tax applicable है समस्त गायरे, they have to pay it. They have to pay. If tax is applicable, then any person has to pay the tax. Am I right? Then what is the basic imposition of tax? Basics of region of taxation. कौन कौन अच्छी देखो? To provide the facility for the every citizen of the country. तामने कौन है? Whatever money received by the government from the citizen of India, that is used for the welfare of the society, or that is used for the providing various facility just like water, bridge, education, electricity, healthcare, and so many other things. बुझिएला. Second, to finance multiple governments means all local government. देखो सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट जो पैसा रोजगार कला ताको स्टेट गवर्नमेंट को दिया हबो. Am I right? कि दिया हबो नहीं? Yes. So central government जोटा मिलले ताकू टैक्स, state government as well as the central government. Am I right? So, or that money can be also given to the person like village panchayat, or you can say municipality corporation, all other finance commission. So there is multiple government, means all local government like village panchayat, block or municipal corporation receive the fund from the finance commission. माने जो गवर्नमेंट को पैसा मिलला से थ्रू दैट मनी इज यूज्ड फॉर द डिफरेंट रीजन, फॉर द डिफरेंट you can say person. बुझिएला. माने person means you can say different you can say bodies. जेमते पंचायत हला, you can say village people and माने पंचायत को मिलला माने गाँ लोक ही भलो they can use that fund for their own purpose. Tar protection of the life. By जो पैसा revenue government कला earn कला, that money is used for the safety of the people. भाई हमारा डिफेंस पे पैसा रखा हो कि नहीं? अरे बॉर्डर सिक्योरिटी फोर्स जो आम बाहर अच्छा आम जगिक रही सियाचिन कथा जान एवरीवन नो सियाचिन अरे कुह हेलो 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 अरे नोबडी इज आंसरिंग व्हाई अरे सियाचिन कथा जानिछ ना नहीं कौन सियाचिन टा कौन भालू कौन सियाचिन गोटे ग्लेशियर सियाचिन गोटे ग्लेशियर वेरी गुड सेठी कौन हुए अरे इंडिया चाइना बॉर्डर दैट इज द इंडिया चाइना बॉर्डर हैला सेथिरे जो अछि आमर इंडियन सोल्जर जाइकी सेठी आमर प्रोटेक्शन चाइना वाला आसी के आम ऊपर अटैक करिवे नहीं करिवे ना हैला अलगा देश आसी के हमको अटैक करिवो इन दैट केस व्हाट वी नीड प्रोटेक्शन सेथि पई जो गवर्नमेंट मिलिट्री एयरफोर्स एयर नेवी और यू कैन से सोल्जर जो मिलिट्री सर्विस अच्छी ता पई खर्च करे सो वेल दे विल गेट मनी फ्रॉम द रेवेन्यू दैट इज टैक्सेशन सो तीनटा बेसिक रीजन हैला इंपोजिशन ऑफ टैक्स कौन कौन को फर्स्ट इज okay second another second to finance multiple governments bodies and third is protection of the life बुझिएला then administration of tax law tax point केते लागे so both the board has council माने दीट बोर्ड अच्छी सीबीडीटी सीबीआईसी सीबीडीटी है सेंट्रल बोर्ड ऑफ डायरेक्ट टैक्स जोटा कि इनकम टैक्स लागू करे आ सीबीआईसी मैंने जोटा है इनडायरेक्ट टैक्स लेवी करती बुझेला ए दीटा जाक बोर्ड है कन्स्टिट्यूटेड अंडर सेंट्रल रेवेन्यू ये जो देख सीबीडीटी एंड सीबीईसी सेंट्रल बोर्ड ऑफ इनडायरेक्ट टैक्स एंड है और सेंट्रल बोर्ड ऑफ डायरेक्ट टैक्स ये कहाँ अंडर आसे रेवेन्यू एक्ट 1963 अच्छी ये एमसीए द्वारा ये माने कंट्रोल होते मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ फाइनेंस अंडर ये माने आते डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ रेवेन्यू अंडर ये माने आसन दे कम्स अंडर डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ रेवेन्यू बुझेला मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ फाइनेंस रहे डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ रेवेन्यू अंडर सीबीडीटी एंड सीबीएसई आसंती बोथ बुझेला वेरी सिंपल है दिस इज पॉइंट ऑफ टैक्सेशन एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन पॉइंट ऑफ टैक्सेशन देखो क्लारिफिकेशन गोटे गोटे मार्क मल्टीपल चॉइस आसे मल्टीपल चॉइस जब तुम एटा जानि नथिबो अदर यू विल फेस द डिफिकल्टीज 1 mark I have seen the student fail for 1 mark in the professional exam that should be need to be take care of empty question आसी जिवो what are the whether CBDT is come under department of revenue or no true or false आसी जिवो तमे कौन लिखिबो what will say yes or no true or false कौन हबो CBDT come under department of revenue true or false yes the concept of taxation and feature of taxation features and concept of indirect taxation what are the different features and of indirect taxation कौन कौन features अच्छी tax on the goods or services first कौन है tax is on the goods or services, then burden, then inflationary in nature, social welfare, then wider tax basis, regressive in nature, no pinch. ये सब जिन है तुम्हारा बेसिक जो है कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ फीचर ऑफ टैक्स. फर्स्ट कौन टैक्स इज ऑन गुड्स और सर्विसेज. सबुठ फास्ट कौन कॉन्सेप्ट है टैक्स इज ऑन द गुड्स और सर्विसेज. भाई जो हमारा कौन सी टाइप रा टैक्स लागे बेसिकली इफ यू टॉक अबाउट इनडायरेक्ट टैक्स वी आर नॉट टॉकिंग अबाउट डायरेक्ट टैक्स. इनडायरेक्ट टैक्स है द टैक्स इज इनडायरेक्ट टैक्स इज लेवी ऑन द टाइम ऑफ सप्लाई manufacture, purchase, sell or import or export of the goods. So it is also levy on supply. आमे जेतले GST पढ़िबा we will going to see when we are going to detail of the supply. Second chapter supply भी अछि. I will cover that also today. तो supply ऊपर कौन लगे GST लगे. So tax on the goods or services. Indirect taxation is levy on the at the time of supply or manufacture or purchase or sell or import or export. कौन सी जिनस छाड़ी नहीं है. Everything is covered here. Then burden. The burden of taxation, indirect tax is paid by the seller. The seller collect the tax from the buyer, or you can say ultimate consumer, and they have to pay the tax to the government. So burden is bear by the customer. To whom? Who is bearing the burden? The customer. Here tax is the indirect tax paid by the seller shall be recovered from the seller from the buyer. Thus one can say that burden of indirect taxation is shifted from the seller to the buyer. Ultimate burden is by the consumer. Am I right? Is it clear? Anyone having doubt till now? काହାର किसी डाउट अछि? Anyone having doubt? अरे कहू ना कि जदि नहीं ले नहीं को. It is clear to all. देखो अगर nobody is give the answer then I will not going to explain anything more. अरे से बुझी पाले ना नहीं? Very good. Inflationary in nature means cost of the goods or service increase due to levy of indirect tax. Thus indirect tax is the promote inflation. भाई मु तुमको आगरु कहितली जदी सेनबार आईटीसी न थांता इनपुट टैक्स क्रेडिट न थांता सेतले भैट आगरु सिस्टम थिला सेतले भैट कोन होतला टैक्स ऑन टैक्स. देयर इज ए कांसेप्ट कॉल्ड कैस्केडिंग इफेक्ट थिला कि नहीं. टैक्स ऑन टैक्स थिला. On that case the cost of the product will be increases. The cost of the product will be increases. हाँ ना नहीं. That time the cost of the goods or services has been increased. That is inflationary in nature. किंतु GST आला परे that after introduction of the GST that cascading effect has been eliminated by taking the input tax credit. Am I right? Next, social welfare. So it is used for the promotion of the social welfare. Then already I told you this is used for the benefit of the society and for the welfare of the society. And some of the goods which are charged higher rate of taxation, जैसे tobacco rate GST is much more higher. बुझिला ताकि लोग कम कंज्यूम करती. मदरे अच्छी GST नहीं. सिगरेट रे अच्छी नहीं. Is GST is applicable on cigarette or no? No. के कहला नहीं. Search in the Google how much percentage GST on cigarette? Search it. Anyone? Lippy, Chinmay,
Yes, sir.
what is the GST rate on cigarette? 28% is the tobacco on tobacco cigarette is the GST. Normal GST 5%, 12%, 18%, and 21%. That is the highest rate in the GST on cigarette. Okay. Cigarette piwa? Huh? ନାଇଁ ବାପା ପିଉଛନ୍ତି ଭାଇ ନା ନା ଭଲ 28%. Okay. So social welfare. Yes. On all that's good. Then wider tax base. भाई direct tax ro scope or indirect tax ro scope. If you talk about the tax, the indirect tax has a more scope. Direct tax has a lesser scope. So the wider the basis is wider. By goods or services, দুইটা করে ହେବ. But income tax is only the income. বুঝিলা? So the major goods or services liable under the indirect taxation, which is lower threshold limit, basics wider. So indirect tax ର ଯୋଉ ଅଛି ତାର scope is much more than direct tax. Then regressive in nature, as you told. भाई धनी लोग को बेसी पैसा देवे. The person who is more rich, they will pay more tax. The person who is low, they will pay less tax in income tax. Whereas in the GST, all people will pay the same tax. भाई मुकेश अंबानी भी जदि गोटे साबुन किनिबो GST 18% हैला, then only he will pay 18% GST. If you are going to purchase, a beggar is going to purchase a shop, the tax will be same 18% for the both person. बुझिएला? All the person, rich or poor will bear the equal amount of tax. बुझिएला? Anyone having doubt till now? Last is no pinch. Seller, the person who sell the goods does not have pre-received direct pinch to the tax on it is recovered from the himself from the buyer. By direct, the income tax कौन हुए? Direct it is charged on the particular income of the person. किंतु indirect tax कौन हुए? The seller is collecting the tax from the buyer, consumer, and it is paid to the government. So that there is no direct pinch. These are the some of the feature of indirect tax. बुझिएला? By one by one, what are the different feature of indirect taxation? First कौन हैला? अच्छा ठीक है बंद कर दबा एटा अब बड़ी देखी देखी कहि दउछो नहीं हां चिन्मय हेलो देखी कहबार नहीं फर्स्ट को मन रखी कहबा আছে फर्स्ट टैक्स इज ऑन द गुड्स और सर्विसेज सेकंड इट इज burden third is inflation in nature inflationary in nature social welfare wider tax based then regressive in nature no pinch again one by one समस्त को थोड़े थोड़े को लिपि you start okay okay another Manti Next, another person. How kiye achi? Who are else are in the line? Okay. Okay, very good. Who else? Kiye achi how?
Sir, Karina.
Karina, yes.
Sir, uses of GST are tax on goods and services,
Very good.
burden,
Burden.
inflationary in nature,
Very good.
social welfare,
Very good.
wider tax base,
Yeah.
regressive in nature,
Hmm.
no fee.
Okay. Who else? Okay, Raila? No one. Very good. Myself, no. So I'll explain again. Regressive in nature. Tanmay, what does it mean? Regressive in nature. Tanmay, explain the point. Example?
It is fixed in nature.
Very good. Karina, explain the burden of proof. Karina,
Yes, sir.
yes. हाँ, burden of proof को explain करो.
The tax paid by the seller to the government
Mhm.
is the whole impact goes on the buyer. The burden, sorry, the tax, the जो भी टैक्स गवर्नमेंट को सेलर देता है वो बायर से लेके देता है, तो जो भी बर्डन होता है वो बायर पे होता है.
Very good. Wider tax base. କିଏ ଅଛି ଆଉ କିଏ ରହିଲା? Who else? Chinmay, Karina and Tapasmita. କୁହ, wider base of tax ମାନେ କ'ଣ? What does it mean? ବୁଝି ପାରିଲ ନା ନାହିଁ? Whatever I have ବୁଝି ପାରିଲନି ତ କହିପାରୁନ କାହିଁକି? ଓଡ଼ିଆରେ କୁହ, ହିନ୍ଦୀରେ କୁହ, ଇଂଲିଶରେ କୁହ.
Is applicable on majority of products
ହୁଁ
on the supply of goods or services.
ହୁଁ ହୁଁ. So the scope is more.
Yes, sir, then direct.
Okay, very good. So
Applicable only on
very good, very good. All done, good, all done good. Very good, very good. So we'll proceed or will I explain again? I'll explain once again or it is good. You will able to understand. Shall I proceed? Very good. Then what is the difference between direct tax and indirect tax? 2 marks question they might be asking. So whatever you know, I know you are brilliant, but I'll the more माने जिनसा तो ना करना मु actually चाहे कि ये सब concept clear हो. Therefore I am again covering this thing also. There are two type of taxation. First is direct tax and indirect tax. Okay, as I told you. So all the direct tax is levied on the income of the person, that is example income tax, whereas indirect tax is levied on particular goods or services rendering, means on supply, basically you can say, that is GST. Okay, earlier it was VAT or CST was there, ଏବେ କ'ଣ ଅଛି GST. and difference ଆମେ ଦେଖିବା. First is incidence of tax. Incidence of tax. So in incidence of tax impact here fall on the same person, means the person who is earn the income, he is to pay the tax. but here the incidence or impact fall on the different person, means two person is here. One is the person who consume the goods, one person who sell the goods. So there is a two person, incidence is here 2, and here incidence is only, impact is only same person. Then SSE, in direct tax, himself bear the burden of taxation. This pinch to the taxpayer is directly pinch to the taxpayer. Here the tax is recovered from the SSE, where passes through the burden to the another person. As I told you, the seller collect the tax from the ultimate consumer and pay to the government. Then third is levy, levy on income, direct tax, whereas the indirect tax is levy on the goods or services. So this the type of tax lead to inflation and have wider base. Already I have covered this point. Example is direct tax, here GST, customs duty nowadays. Then it is a progressive in nature, means higher tax on levy on the person is higher income. Here the it is regressive in nature, here progressive in nature, here regressive in nature, means all person will pay the same tax. Then useful, the tool or promote the welfare of the people, here same thing also, but yet not explained properly. Here same thing है एटा भी सही welfare of the people of the ये हुए किंतु एटा को भला के explain करछि, it is explained nicely. Here scope, you can say scope is here more scope, it is less scope. Revenue from the government is more on indirect tax, more revenue. Direct tax revenue is less. Okay, बुझी पारला? Everyone clear it? Have you got the point or no? चिन्मय, अरे कुह जोरे को सुबह जाओ नहीं, जोर से जोरे को ना. Got my point or no? Lipsa? Okay. So direct tax and indirect tax पूरा clear point. Will proceed. Shall I proceed? এটা ভালো কি এক্সপ্লেন করছি দেখো মিনিং ডাইরেক্ট ট্যাক্স ইনডাইরেক্ট ট্যাক্স রা আউথরে ভালো কি এক্সপ্লেন করছি পয়েন্ট টাকু হলা here direct tax meaning the direct tax is referred to the tax levy on the one person income wealth, it is paid on directly to the government. Indirect tax is referred to the tax levy on the person who consume the goods or services paid indirect to the government. Direct tax रे कौन हुए जेतेडे इनकम हुए wealth हुए levy हुए one person on the wealth and it is paid directly to the government, where in indirect tax it is levy on the person who consume the goods, who use the goods and paid indirectly to the government. Means the consumer is not paying the tax, the seller is paying the tax on behalf of consumer. He is collect the tax from the consumer and deposit to the government. The nature, it is progressive in nature, means higher the tax on the person who has higher income and vice versa, means more income more tax, because rate of tax income tax कौन हुए there is a different slab is there, 5%, 10%, 20%, 30%. The income will be increased, the tax rate will be increased, where in indirect tax it is regressive in nature, means all person will pay the same amount of tax, means the poor or the beggar will pay same amount of GST if he purchase a shop or any article, he consume something, whereas the a rich people like Mukesh Ambani, Anil Ambani or Ratan Tata, they will pay same amount of tax for the same goods they consume. Then last incidence of impact, it is fall on the same person. The SSC himself bear the tax, pinch on the tax, means the person who earn income, he will pay the tax. So please go to the taxpayer directly. Here the different person, incidence of tax is from the different person. One is recover the tax and one is paying the tax. Then example, income tax, GST custom, and evasion. Evasion means what? Means, what is tax evasion? Anyone say? Very good. Evasion means hiding of tax. It is generally possible. Here hidden evasion of taxation is hardly possible, but it is not correct. Why not correct? By GST is introduced 2017 now. There is so many loopholes are there. Income tax introduced in 1961. GST एबे आसी 17 रे 18 गला 19 रे कोविड आसी गला आमे तो कोविड रे मरिबा बंचिबा लोक होतला पीपल आर देयर फेस डिफिकल्टी फॉर सर्वाइविंग जीएसटी कोन सिखिबो से एम आई राइट और रॉन्ग it is small baby now. GST is small baby now for India. For other country it is good, but I am not agree with this point. But exam re achi, you have to write. Okay, if you have to secure good marks, you have to write what are available in your material. Okay, next. Here inflation, direct tax help in reduce the inflation. Direct tax help in use of reduce the inflation. Inflation माने कौन? The cost of the product will be increases and the value will, money of the value will be reduced. Am I right? जेते बड़े तुम्हारा before 10 year, before 20 year, 30 year, by rice kilo was 2 rupees, 3 rupees. Now it is 20 rupees, 40 rupees. Am I right? So inflation is there. Jodi कौन सी जिनस बढ़िले, that is inflation. Rate of the product will be or services will be increased, that is inflation. So direct tax help for the reduce the inflation. Where indirect tax, cost of the goods or services increasing due to the levy of indirect tax prompt inflation. Sometimes useful tool for the social welfare. Means cost of the goods will be increased due to levy of indirect tax. Hala, because if the directly it is sold to the consumer, if there will be no GST, I mean no ITC, input tax credit will be available, then cost of the product will be increases. As I explained in the example, yesterday I explained the example ना पढ़ेथिले ना नहीं मने पढ़छु ना नहीं yesterday example. Okay, next imposition and collection. Imposition and collection of direct tax as from the same person. Here the impose and collection from the consumer of goods or services are paid or deposited by the SSC. Means the person who is selling the goods, the seller or the SSC, he will collect and deposit to the government. So two different person. So collection and imposition is a different thing. Collection and imposition will be different thing. Here burden cannot be shifted, means the person who earn the income direct tax, he has to pay the tax. Here it can be shifted. Here it can be shifted. माने कौन वाला देखो, वो best example. Suppose I purchase a pen. I purchase a pen. For the pen, leave it. I purchase a mobile and I consume it. Means I purchase the mobile, I order the mobile in the Amazon and I purchase and then I use the mobile. So who will pay the tax? GST. Myself? Am I right? Yes, ମୁଁ କିଣିଲି ନା ମୁଁ Amazon ରୁ order କଲି ମୁଁ ନିଜେ use कली तो टैक्स किए देला ମୁଁ देबी हला किंतु जदि मु टैक्स किनिली आ मो गर्लफ्रेंड अछि या मो वाइफ अछि मु ताकू देली किनिकी बट आई हैव नॉट यूज्ड दिस जीएसटी लागिबो ना लागिबोनी सेतिरे काई लागिबो अरे मु तो कंज्यूम करूनी ना आई एम नॉट कंज्यूमिंग इट let me know ଯେତେବେଳେ supply definition ଆମେ ପଢିବା well you are going to see the supply definition it is covered that whether goods are consumed by himself or the goods is delivery to the another person that time also it will be levy means I am not using this with consideration also GST will be applicable and without consideration also sometime it is applicable GST is applicable am I right ଆମେ ପଢିବା when we will proceed we will know then event taxable is income of the SSE. Income of the SSE. Here supply of the goods. Is it clear to all of you? Is it clear all of you? Yes. Who is this? हाँ बोलो कुआ. Direct tax inflation रे reduce केमती है? Example पचाचा. कुआ मते कुआ. अरे बाबा देखो इन्फ्लेशन केते बेले हुए इन्फ्लेशन केते बेले हुए जेते बेले लोकर बहुत कम इन्फ्लेशन केते बेले हुए जेते बेले लोक कम कंज्यूम करिवे जेते बेले लोक कम कंज्यूम करिवे सेते बेले कोन हेबो अरे सुनो जेते बेले मैन्युफैक्चरिंग कॉस्ट माने जेते बेले कोविड हितिला जिंसर दाम ता बढ़िथिला ना कमिथिला अरे डिमांड केते जदी गोटे गोटे जगह रे टमाटर सप्लाई बहुत बेसी ही जीवो रे तार प्राइस ता कोन हबो कमी जीवो ना बाबा आउ जते बेले जदी डिमांड बेसी थिबो हला सप्लाई कम ही जीवो हला डिमांड बेसी भी ही परिबो हबो नै डिमांड बेसी हेबो किंतु प्राइस रेट सप्लाई बेसी ही जीवो हला प्राइस ता सप्लाई बेसी ही जीवो प्राइस रेट कमी जीवो नहीं हबो कि नहीं अरे बहुत टमाटर गोटे मार्केट आसी जीवो रेट ता कोन हबो कमी जीवो हला इन्फ्लेशन रे कोन हुए इन्फ्लेशन रे जते बेले हुए सेते बेले कोन हुए सब जिंस रे दाम बढ़ी बढ़ी रहे है ना सेते बेले डायरेक्ट टैक्स बेसी बेसी रेट लगा ही जीवो टैक्स विल बी मोर हेले इन्फ्लेशन ता कंट्रोल ही जाए लोक कम कंज्यूम करिवे बुझिला अरे तुम हाउसिंग लोन लोन जते बेले बहुत एबे एबे बहुत बढ़ी जीवो काहे की कहला लोक जे बहुत लोक घर किनिबे हैला हेले तमर रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट से माने बढ़े देबे टैक्स स्लैब बढ़े देबे से माने बुझिला ना नहीं सेरा कंजम्पशन ता कमी जीवो किंतु जीएसटी रे सेटा हेई परिबो नै बुझी पाला ना नहीं पॉइंट बुझी पाला ना नहीं हेले भी डाउट अछि बोधे अरे कुह डाउट अछि की ठीक है अच्छी अच्छा ठीक है आई विल क्लियर इट ठीक है आई विल सेंड अनदर एग्जांपल आल्सो चलो आगे कोटी बढ़िया आउ कहा को किछि डाउट अछि की खाली नो डाउट कहले हेबो की आई विल आस्क यू अगेन वेरी गुड ओके वेरी गुड आज करी काली पूछे वेरी गुड एटा पूरा पॉइंट मन रखला फर्स्ट द डिफरेंस बिटवीन डायरेक्ट टैक्स इनडायरेक्ट टैक्स रे फर्स्ट है मीनिंग देन नेचर देन इंसिडेंस और इंपैक्ट ऑफ टैक्स एग्जांपल इवेजन देन इन्फ्लेशन इम्पोज ऑफ कलेक्शन देन बर्डन लास्ट इज इवेंट ओके सबू पॉइंट लिखिया पड़ियो दिस इज द वेरी इंपोर्टेंट क्वेश्चन दे माइट बी आस्किंग ऑन द सेम थोड़े आस्तला भी एग्जाम रे then background of indirect tax as I already told you mu agaru koichi tamara there is three list union list 1 union list 2 and list 3 list 1 list 2 list 3 list 1 रे के rule बना है who will make the rule okay list 2 रे yes list 3 रे concurrent list both central and Okay, very good. Then union list 1 जो अच्छी union list 1 रे entity 82 कौन कहे tax on income other than agriculture income सेटा है entity 82 entry 83 रे कौन कहे duty of custom duty है import export ऊपर लागिवो 83 84 कौन कहे duty on excise of tobacco and other goods alcohol all this thing 84 central excise duty आगरू थिला 86 टैक्स ऑन कैपिटल वैल्यू ऑफ एसेट में बड़ा बड़ा एग्रीकल्चर लैंड है इंडिविजुअल इनकम कंपनी टैक्स कैपिटल ऑफ द ये जनते है वेल्थ टैक्स 86 रे एटा डील करे बुझिला एटा सब है तमरा कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल प्रोविजन गोटे मार्क क्वेश्चन से मैंने पचारि पारती 1 मार्क क्वेश्चन देयर माइट बी चांसेस एटा एक्सप्लेन करिवार नाही किछि ने एटा तो मने रखिया जिंस एंटिटी 92A टैक्स ऑन गुड्स टैक्स ऑन सेल और परचेज ऑफ द गुड्स जेमति हला CST आगरु थिला एबे एबोलिश हो जायछि माइट बी दे आर नॉट आस्किंग दिस क्वेश्चन एटा नो इंपोर्टेंट नो 92C सर्विस टैक्स ये सब एबोलिश हो जायछि 97 अदर मैटर नॉट एनुमरेटेड इन द लिस्ट 2 जोटा लिस्ट 2 रे नाही लिस्ट 3 रे नाही 97 एटा दिया आइछ दिस इज लिस्ट 1 लिस्ट 2 रे कोन आसे भाई लिस्ट 2 टैक्स ऑन सेल और परचेज ऑफ द गुड्स अदर देन न्यूज़पेपर सब्जेक्ट टू द प्रोविजन ऑफ द एंटिटी 92 लिस्ट 1 स्टेट गवर्नमेंट जेमते भैट लागे देन 46 एग्रीकल्चर इनकम ऊपर स्टेट गवर्नमेंट राइट्स अच्छी एंटिटी 60 प्रोफेशनल टैक्स बेसिकली जो हमारा स्लैब अच्छी है ऑन दैट प्रोफेशनल टैक्स देन एंटिटी 51 this is talks about duty and taxes on the goods manufactured or produced in the state countervailing duty CVD on alcoholic liquor etc or Indian harm narcotic drugs वगैरह all these things बुझीला एटा एटा तो सिंपल जिनस एथरे कोन बुझीबार अछि कि हला आई थिंक यू शुड रीड one more time हला the first chapter is over and I explained you yesterday also आगरु मोडे एक्सप्लेन कर दिस तमको काली जो कहउथली ऑलरेडी कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल वैलिडिटी मु पढ़ी जाछि तुमको एरा काली 2000 रु आरंभ होइतला द प्रोसेस ऑफ जीएसटी स्टार्टेड इन द ईयर 2000 बाय इंप्लीमेंट हो 2017 रे आसीला 1 जुलाई 2017 एंड दिस जीएसटी इज एप्लीकेबल टू होल ऑफ इंडिया इंक्लूडिंग जम्मू एंड कश्मीर केबे इंप्लीमेंट होइतला जम्मू कश्मीर रे डेट 8 जुलाई 2017 am I right चलो मल्टीपल चॉइस क्वेश्चन आंसर दियो who is the empower to make the law matter relating list 1 to schedule 7 of constitution of India state government central government both central none of this हाँ A is the right answer am I right yes Power to make law in respect of the goods or services which have been by the constitution wide article. Power to make in respect of goods or services को provision को 79(9)(a). Anyone having the different answer? How किसी 365 246(a). Ko. Let me know the answer. Who make the yes 246(a). Very good. B 246(a). Correct. Indirect tax is a which tax? Regressive, progressive. This. Very good. On which of the following is the not the example, not example of indirect tax? GST, custom, income tax, income tax. Very good. In the case of indirect tax, impact on the incidence of the tax fall on different person. Very good. Here right answer is different person. Means one person is collecting the tax, another person is paying the tax. Then levy of indirect tax on the goods or services may be lead to inflation, deflation, or what else? Inflation. ଏବେ ହିଁ ପଡୁଥିଲା. Indirect tax lead to inflation. Direct tax যদি থান্তা, here the question will be direct tax, then answer will be yes. Deflation. Inflation अलगा opposite word कौन? Levy and collection of the central indirect tax are dealt by. এটা কହୁଥିଲି না তোমাকে question? CB এটা না এটা A না B? A or right or B? A. CBIC, Central Board of Indirect Custom. Very good. Central Board of Indirect Tax and Custom. Then 8. In pre-GST regime, excise duty was levied by dash government, where VAT is levied under which government? Koa. ମୁଁ କାଲି ବତେଇଥିଲି हाँ GST excise is levy on central government. Central government होतला here central government and it is the state government. So A is the right answer. Okay? हाँ? तो so होनी अलगा मन को शो होची all for all it is visible. कहा को देखा जाउन थला who is this person? अरे के कहूतला क्वेश्चन देखा जाउनी कहूची के रे लिपि कोन तते देखा जाउनी हां देखा जाउनी ना सुभा जाउनी अबे देखा जाउची हाँ she left वो जॉइन कला पानी थोड़ा लाना है So here the answer will be central and state government. Next, cascading. Cascading effect. Yes, tax on tax. C. 10th, who is the empowered to make law matter relating to list 1 schedule 7? लिस्ट 1 टा के बनाए? सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट. वेरी गुड. चला, वेरी गुड, वेरी गुड. बहुत बोला, बहुत बोला, वेरी गुड, वेल डन. What? This one. True first. Burden of indirect tax is shifted from the seller to the buyer, ultimately borne by the consumer or the goods or services. True or false? True. Very good. Kaku? Lipi? I think she is having network problem. I'll share the video, Lipi. Don't worry. Don't worry, Lipi. I'll share the video. Okay? You just listen. Burden. Next question is, any tax law which is in the conformity with the constitution is called ultra virus. ता माने हला जो टैक्स जदि कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन सहित मिलाई कि न चलला ताको अल्ट्रा वायरस कहा जाए कि? ट्रू और फॉल्स? ना, एटा फॉल्स. फॉल्स है. सपोर्ट करनी. कन्फर्मिटी माने कौन? कन्फर्मिटी मीन्स व्हाट? फॉलो अप. compliance with the standard of the rule or law, conformity or regular. এটা এটা ফলস দিচ্ছে, एक्चुअली এটা ট্রু হওয়া কথা. গুডস, হ্যাঁ, any tax which is conformity with the constitution is called an ultra virus. এটা এটা ট্রু হওয়া কথা না, আনসারে ফলস দিচ্ছি না এটা. নেক্সট 3. হ্যাঁ, ओके, करेक्ट. कन्फ्यूजन एमती लगे तुमको एग्जाम रे दुई थर कले. दिस इज फॉल्स. नेक्स्ट 3. Goods or services GST was introduced in the system that wide of one nation one tax. এটা ट्रू ना फॉल्स? ट्रू. भाई पूरा देश में गोटे टैक्स लागू होबो, मींस देयर विल बी सिंगल रेट ऑफ टैक्स or product or goods or services, that will be one nation one tax. Composition of GST. Composition of tax on various on serious problem in the pre GST regime. Yes, true हला. tax on tax इटा serious problem थिला ही थिला. VAT रे भी. GST is the example of direct tax. False. It is the example of indirect tax. Fill in the blanks. Kuha. Tax on which indirect incidence and impact or fall. आंसर तो तुम देखी जाओ कि don't see the answer, don't see the answer. हला tax on tax incidence impact fall on the two different person is known as indirect tax. Goods or services increase the due to the levy of indirect tax, thus indirect tax is promote inflation or deflation. Inflation. Article 246 read with the schedule VI सब मन रख शेड्यूल VI लिस्ट जो 1 2 3 जो अच्छी शेड्यूल VI रे हुए. Then various indirect tax levy on the central and state government submitted into one tax called GST. Hello, one nation one tax. One nation one tax. Dash is known as cascading effect. Tax on very good. बाकी शॉर्ट नोट रे तुम एटा आसी पारे. दिस आर द क्वेश्चन मे बी दे आर आस्किंग ऑन वेरियस स्टेट द फीचर्स ऑफ इनडायरेक्ट टैक्स. Okay, and what is the difference between direct tax, indirect tax, and what is the issue of pre-GST regime. So first chapter is over. Study material पूरा cover कर दिली one by one point. आगे को पढ़िबा ना आज बंद करिया क्लास एतिरे. Other one having the other हाँ काली 100% क्लास नेबा ना. 100% tomorrow there is a class. The time will be decided by you. काली सकाळे नेबा की क्लास 10 टा 11 टा बेलकू. हाँ होली खेलिबनी. No, no, you are not. होली खेलिबनी. Why? You don't like colors? खेलिबो. Na class will be in the evening. No, I will not take the morning session. We will take the class in the evening. Same time, maybe earlier 5:30 or maybe 6. Okay. Wherever you all confirm, let me know. I will take the classes. अच्छा तमें मैंने confirm कर दो. If everyone free, then I will be taking the classes. I don't have any issue. ହେଲା ମୋତେ ଯେତେବେଳେ କହିବ ରାତି 12ରେ କହିବ 1ରେ କହିବ 2ରେ କହିବ I can take the classes. I don't have any issue. 4টাରୁ ସକାଳେ ଉଠିକି ସାର୍ କ୍ଲାସ୍ ନିଅନ୍ତୁ ବୋଲେ I will take the class. Okay. The see online classes is only those which is helpful for the student save time. 2 घंटा जीवा आसिया जो टाइम लागि था तुमको offline coaching रे that time will be saved and that time will be devoted for studying. हला अब मु तुमको गोटे गोटे जिंस पढ़ौची स्टडी मटेरियल वन पॉइंट लाइन बाय लाइन पढ़ौची देन देयर विल बी नो डाउट किछि भी डाउट रहिबो नाही. ओके स्टार्टिंग रे टिके लागिबो हां मे बी देयर इज बी डाउट और समथिंग दैट डाउट विल बी क्लियर. अब मु केबे भी चाहि देयर विल बी एनी डाउट. इज इट ओके? क्लास केमते लागला आजिरो? गिव द फीडबैक. हैं के कहला हु इज दिस पर्सन? Chinmoy, I know Chinmoy is only saying everybody mom keep quiet. Huh? Who is this? Tapaswita, very good. अब बाकी को भल लागले क्लास? लिपि चलेला ना. लिपि not in the link. लिपि नहीं ना. अब की अछि? Who is the last? Karina. Can the class? Is it good? Nice ना. खाली ऊपर कहछ ना really it is good. Useful ना. भलो पढ़ोची. Very good. Thank you. Wish you a happy Holi. See you. Huh? Got a doubt? What is the doubt? इंटरेस्टेड ना इंटरेस्टेड खाली बतई तुमको ना हु विल गिव द आंसर तापस्मिता तापस्मिता सॉरी ना एक्चुअली एट इज करेक्ट yesterday तुम कही माइट भी मुझे कही पारे बट इट इज ट्रू दैट सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट ही पैसा सब रखे कहीं देखो दैट्स व्हाई देयर इज ए फाइटिंग बिटवीन द स्टेट गवर्नमेंट एंड सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट ऑलवेज कौन हुए सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट सब पैसा रखी दिए देन दे नीड टू पे टू द स्टेट गवर्नमेंट किंतु से दौनी एबे से बहुत सब स्टेट गवर्नमेंट दे आर फाइटिंग ऑन दिस but central in the IGST the tax is directly your question is that whether the in the IGST the who will collect the tax generally in the IGST also tax is collected by the central government and they should give the money to the state government also. But generally it a hone ebe that for every state is fighting for this bujila mu कहनथले GST there are so many things to be learned and there are so many problems are there bujila okay सबुतरे भी से सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट कलेक्ट करे बाबा सेटा अच्छी पॉइंट तमरा आगे अच्छी वेट हला टुमारो और डे आफ्टर टुमारो इट विल क्लियर पूरा डिटेल हला आउ जस्ट लाइक इन डायरेक्ट टेस्ट हमर बहुत सब प्रॉब्लम थिला ना एथरे एते प्रॉब्लम नाही बट आई विल ट्राई टू कवर मोर ऑफ द प्रॉब्लम स्टडी मटेरियल जेती अछि आई विल कवर इट आउ काली तुमको स्टडी मटेरियल पढिथली पढिला ना नाही सता वाला को एवरीवन लेट मी नो ओके मेक ए स्मॉल नोट ऑफ इट ओके भाई छोट छोट करिकी जस्ट ये करिवो सी एबे देखा जाउछि तुमको आर यू एबल टू सी दिस एथरे कोन लिखा छि को interstate central and states will हाँ को कोड देखा जाने देखा जाउछि माने my screen is not visible अरे screen is visible ए तळ पर्सन देखा जाउनी देख मु कह जाउछि इंट्रास्टेट हला इंट्रास्टेट स्टेट सप्लाई रे the central and state will simultaneously levy the GST on every supply of the goods or services both which take the place within the state or union territory. Thus two components GST then CGST and SGST. Central levy and collected under the authority of CGST Act 2017 passed by the parliament. Here SGST is levy and collected from the state government act. CGST रा अलगा एक्ट अछि SGST रा अलगा एक्ट अछि बुझिएला in intrastate and interstate रे कोन हुए interstate it will levy in integrated goods or services IGST on every supply of goods or services. Both, however, the levy shall be shared equally between the central and state government. IGST, it will be CGST rate and SGST rate. In CGST, it is important to determine the nature of the supply. বুঝিলা এটা কনফ্यूजन নাই এথিরে भी সেয়া ही हुए सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट ही कलेक्ट हुए बुझिला अरे अरे बाप से डायरेक्ट गोटे ही रेट हुए ना सपोज तुम 18% है जीएसटी हाँ এটা 18% है सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट डायरेक्टली 18% कलेक्ट कर नेब देन इट विल हैव टू कंपोनेंट सी एंड एस এটা ডিভাইড করিবে সে মানে কিন্তু ইন্টারস্টেট রে এটা 9% হবো এটা 9% হবো বুঝিলা हाँ this is the difference got my point इंटरस्टेट कौन हुए डायरेक्ट तुम्हारा सी आउ एस एटा 9% लेवी हेबो ओके इनवॉइस देखी ना नहीं हैव यू गो थ्रू द इनवॉइस देखी ना आई विल सेंड यू द कॉपी ऑफ अच्छा मु तुमको ए जो दुईटा इंट्रास्टेट रो इनवॉइस तुमको पठे दउची हैला यू विल गो थ्रू इट तुमको बुझा पड़ी जबो केमती लेवी हुए ओके आई विल सेंड यू द कॉपी एथिरे कौन हुए टोटल सपोज गुड्स एंड सर्विसेज 100 टंका हैला इंटरस्टेट कथा होची जीएसटी 18% हैला देन सी लिखा हवा सीजीएसटी एसजीएसटी एटा हवा 18% माने हैला 9 टंका एंड टोटल सप्लाई जो हैला 118 टंका हवा बुझिएला एटा इंट्रास्टेट रे और इंटरस्टेट रे कौन हवा एटा 100 रुपीज है लेखा हम IGST 18% 18 टंका डायरेक्ट लेखा हम हियर 118 बुझिएला नाउ इट इज क्लियर ओके ओके विल टेक द क्लास विल स्टार्ट द क्लास टुमारो अगेन रहिबा चलो विश यू a happy Holi good night. Okay, thank you.